Yeah, one upper. Let me miss this one too.
I did not think I will see Lionel Messi in my life miss the Panenka, but there you have it. He missed the penalty, but fortunately, the rest of his team scored their goals, and of course, Emi Martinez, the wicked goalkeeper, who saves your penalty and then taunts you.
Is he still doing that?
Oh yes, and that's what makes
That's poor sportsmanship.
No, that's great sportsmanship. You should get his fine. I should say, if you are going to be like this, I will change my point. All right, it's not it. Sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is also banter. So, so you have to enjoy the banter. All right. On that note, we'll be talking about the Copa America. We'll talk about Euros. Are we talking about Copa America really? We'll talk a little bit on Manchester United. And of course, what happened at Wimbledon. Oh, Andy Murray made us cry yesterday. So we'll talk about him. All of that and more inside the locker room. But before we do that, Zibby, tell us, how can we be a part of the locker room?
You know what to do. The WhatsApp number is 0809 4440981. You can tweet at smooth981. And we're streaming live on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Mwah. I just bring YouTube a kiss. Yes. So it's Smooth981. That's the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. And yes, that's how you can be a part of the conversation.
All right. On that note, we start with the headlines and then we'll take the stories from there.
Morocco 2025. Nigeria draw Benin Republic. Rwanda again. Verstappen and Norris both happy to race after clash. Tsitsipas and Hurkacz out on tricky day for seeds. Belief returns for Cross and Germany before Spain showdown. Francisco Deschamps predicts power struggle against Portugal. Stones say nail-biting win over Slovakia was a turning point. Blind warns Netherlands over Turkey away Euros quarter clash. Ten Hag signs new deal at Manchester United.
Yeah. And the bonus continues. Maybe they'll win community shield to make people feel better. But most things are just looking at that Eric Hag team and saying 3 points guaranteed. All right. let's come home first. Let's start from the home story.
The Super Eagles have been presented with an early opportunity to avenge their 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying defeat to the Cheetahs of Benin Republic in Abidjan last month. Both of the teams are now again paired in the same group in the race for the 2025 AFCON that begins in 2 months.
Oh, yes. So the AFCON qualifiers, well, the draws have been made, and Nigeria, again, pulled out Rwanda out of the straw. Pulled out Benin Republic, teams that they have not proven to be able to beat. Now, when I saw the draws, I was like, I don't care who they give us. I'm not sure we can beat anybody at this point in time. As much as I love the Super Eagles, as much as I'm hopeful for the team qualifying, recent results haven't given me much, to believe in. And so when the draws came out, I was like, why can't people just wait to 2025? Sometimes things reset in the new year. But no, they had to put draws here to give us heart palpitations. So on paper, it reasonably is a good draw. It's on paper, it's a good draw. And if you follow our form in the build-up all the way to the AFCON and even during AFCON, you'd say this is a great draw. But because of recent results at the World Cup qualifier, my heart is cut. Every time I just see Super Eagles, I'll be like, what again? They can just put Super Eagles, no story, nothing, and my heart will start shaking. So I'm not confident, but tell me, are you confident? Because we don't know. All right, so let's take the next story.
Okay, Padre Pio, we see a message, and I believe we've sorted that out now. Thank you. Tega, stop moving around.
I don't think that. I will tell you later what.
Okay. Verstappen says he and Lando Norris agreed with 99% of everything when they discussed their Austrian Grand Prix clash this week.
Here is what happened. You remember the clash last weekend? And Lando Norris and Verstappen are always the besties. So when the clash happened, and everybody was just like, we've been warning about this guy, but you just keep taking his side. Anyway, turns out they met during the week, and Of course, Verstappen did not apologize. Apollo who? He doesn't even know how to spell sorry. So, so Lando was asked, and he said, "Oh, that they talked about it. That it wasn't a clash per se. It was just two people aggressively racing, and then one made a mistake, and then they hit his car, and yada yada yada. That he didn't need to apologize. It was just hard racing, and sometimes you may go over the edge. The rest of us are just looking at him like you will learn. Do you understand? It's like that. It's like that. You know how it is. It's like that person that is in a relationship with a friend that when they're arguing, the first time he hits the table. The second time he stood up and pushed you.
Yeah, bit by
And
bit.
you're saying he was just angry. Wait till they close one eye. That's what I'm saying. I don't know it's right now. You're still making excuses till they climb on top of your car. Then you will know. But they tried to rope Lewis Hamilton into this fight, because Lewis Hamilton was at the same press conference with Lando. So they're trying to rope Lewis Hamilton. They're like, Lewis, so what do you think about the clash of last week? Lewis was like, I didn't think about it. I was celebrating.
Good.
I was celebrating my team. They said, well, in the past, you have said that you raced Max Verstappen a little differently. Do you have anything to say to Lando about that? He said, this doesn't concern me.
Good.
Like he refused
Should I tend to Israel?
Exactly. All of you that are talking, just settle it amongst yourself. This doesn't concern me. I'm too old for this. I like the way he evaded the question because
He's so media trained, though.
he has learned his lesson because he knows now that look, this is not about driving and different enjoyment. It's about Lewis Hamilton versus like, let's just leave it. Let's just leave it. So before I say something now, they'll say Lewis said, if Lando had the person that was the victim has said there's no problem. What am I swallowing? Painkiller for somebody else's headache. So ultimately, he just evaded that. But this weekend is the British Grand Prix. Of course, Lando Norris will be trying to win a Grand Prix as a British driver. So will Lewis Hamilton. So will George Russell. They have all been having, pretty much a decent season. So it's going to be a battle of which British driver wins at home. So let's see how it starts. Practice session today at 1 o'clock. And that gives us an indication of which constructors are fast or which constructors are ready for this particular track, and then by Sunday we'll be racing. So I'll be back with more gist. Hopefully there'll be more patches.
Oh wow, Tega, it seems like you're.
If these people don't race each other, let them fight. That's why we came to watch.
All right, let's move on from the tracks to the courts. 11th seed Stefanos Tsitsipas and 7th seed Hubert Hurkacz were both knocked out in the second round on a difficult day for the favourites at Wimbledon.
Yes, a pretty typical day. So first of all, they have the London weather, so they have that weather. And the rains were coming and going, the clouds were hovering over the place. But what made it interesting yesterday were the upsets. Now, Hubert Hurkacz was struggling even prior to withdrawing from the match. So here's what happened. He's coming up against Otto Fields, and he's struggling. He lost the first set, lost the second set, started coming back in the third set. And in the fourth set, he took a lead, and only for him to serve out the set, and he was broken back. So Otto Fields comes back into the match, and they're both battling in the tiebreak. Now, there is a point that what's his name now? Hubert Hurkacz saves. He steps to the net, takes the shot, and he falls. Now he falls on the ground, and Otto Fields should have just easily knocked the ball over. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it over the net, so he gives set point to Hubert Hurkacz. However, Hubert Hurkacz tries to stand up, and then he feels something go in his knee. He cannot move. That was it. That was when I take another sitting in my house. I was like, when a player tries to stand up, sits down immediately, as long as it's not Novak Djokovic, he's seriously injured.
Wow.
Kobe couldn't even stand by himself. Otto Fields had to come over to help him stand. And I'm using the word stand loosely because he just puts him on his feet. He's not really putting weight
on the
knee. The physio comes in, he manages to hop to his chair. They do some treatments, they wrap the leg. You can see him lift back. I take Onojiafe from Delta State, Nigeria. Seated in Lagos, Nigeria. He's telling Ruby, you should walk away because you can't even walk on the leg. How are you going to run on the leg? This young man said, no, he must play. So he went on to play a point or two. And of course, he had to withdraw from the match. So at that point, Autofields was already leading and was on match points, and it didn't make any difference. But the truth of the matter is sometimes these athletes just need to know where to let go. Tsitsipas, on the other hand, did not have a good day. You think that Grass would be comfortable with him. He has great serves. He's a good he has a powerful forehand. He's a good court mover, and Grass is kind of slick and should be more suited to his game. But he's been struggling with consistency. And yesterday he lost again. So shocker there for those two people. But the biggest news last night was Andy Murray doing his farewell. You know, he played with his brother, doubles partnership on center court. They put him on center court, which is rare, but because it's Andy Murray, of course, they're going to put him on center court. The place was filled to the brim. I thought I saw Roger Federer coming for Wimbledon, so I expected to see him there, but he wasn't there. Roger, how come you are not at Andy Murray's farewell? But Andy was at yours. We're going to have that quarrel later. Yeah, it's very bad behavior. If somebody was there for you, you better be there for them. Well, I thought that's what he was going to do because he went to watch the match, but he left.
Maybe he had a family emergency.
He had no family emergency. I'm sorry, Roger Federer has a team of people around him. He can spend 30 more minutes just to come for the farewell. So, except there's an excuse. Some people are saying, oh, he didn't want to take a lot of the shine on him because once Roger comes in,
right,
the attention will kind of shift from Andy to Roger. I understand.
He could have stayed in the stands, though.
Thank you, be there. Be there. There's no excuse for Roger not to be. I'm so angry with Roger. I want to hear what his PR will do because this was unacceptable. But everybody else was there. Novak was there. Okay, now that wasn't able. Novak was there. He played earlier for this match. So he just stayed behind for the farewell, which was a nice touch. He was there. There were some other athletes there. But of course, it was the female athletes that got me really good because, you know, Andy Murray has really been pushing for women's tennis because the disrespect to women's tennis is too much. Wow. Like sometimes they'll say, oh, this is the first time it's ever been done. People like, no, this is the first time it's been done in men's tennis. The women have done it using something. Wow. So he's
we love an advocate.
Yeah, he's always been a feminist in the sense of the word. So yeah, I like all the tributes that are coming from the women athletes on that side. But yeah, it was a sad one. He made us cry. He told us about how he met his now wife at 18. You know, it was lovely.
Well, you're still listening to The Locker Room on Smooth 98.1. Let us know your thoughts. 0809 440 981. That's the WhatsApp number. You can also tweet at Smooth981. We see a few messages coming through. You can also post on our live stream. We're streaming live on YouTube. Smooth981. That is the channel. Stay with us. The Locker Room continues shortly.
Okay, I think it's because we took that mic out of here.
That mic was really terrible.
So they had to just fix it and put it up.
No, this was actually even better. So I don't know why this is happening now. Because we've not had this issue.
That's what it is.
Tega, can you sit down? Let me bring a seat for you.
It's the mic. It's
No, because it's picking up the sound from there.
Oh, okay. But if I sit down, I'll sleep. Oh, I'm telling you now. If I sit down, I will sleep because I did not sleep last night, as you can see from my eye. My head. My eye. I did not sleep.
It's going to be better. Because actually, it's really
is that mic?
This is that mic usually would catch the stream since we're streaming on there. But let's see. This should be better now.
I will sleep now. That's all I can say. If it doesn't catch,
it is.
If you hear me snoring, it was Zibby that caused it.
Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to do my job, make sure you can hear Tega. And now she's turning it on me because I'm sitting on top of the world. What about now? Yes, let us know. Cruz, Padre Pio. Can you hear Tega better now? Let us know. Let us know. If you can hear her better, say I. Like the people you voted to represent you now. All they know is I and they. The eyes have it, bam.
So Rishi Sunak, it should be so. Rishi Sunak has been messing up. I mean, in the build up to election,
he was definitely good there.
In the build up to the election month, behave yourself. No. After that, pretend. Even if you're not well behaved, pretend. It's okay. I shouldn't sleep. I'll try not to sleep.
They said the top mic is still not. Move a chair closer. Just oh man, we just have to manage at this point. Yeah, we'll take it up with our tech guys. You're inside the locker room on Smooth 98.1. It's Tega and Zibby, 8:32 a.m. We're still talking about sports. WhatsApp 0809 4440981. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Smooth981. Yes, of course. Yes. And you can see Tega looking very bright and orange. Is this orange? No. What is this?
Zibby, you are the one wearing your glasses. My bag downstairs. Are you sure you're watching?
I might need a new test. But yes, Tega is sitting beside me with a color that's a cross between red, brown, orange, maroon. I can't really tell what color it is. But let us know, please. Live stream Smooth 981. That's it. Okay, our next story on to football now. Host nation Germany faced Spain in Friday's Euro 2024 quarterfinal in Stuttgart, riding a wave of belief not seen in the proud football nation for almost a decade.
Yes. So, say this, Germany just getting back to being the team that we've always known them to be. They scored 10 goals in this tournament. I think they've considered only two. Yeah, they've considered just two. Spain, on the other hand, have scored 9 goals and considered only one. And Spain is the only team that's won all their matches. So they're still the perfect team. Now, if you look at that performance at the Euros, you'd say this is definitely a Spanish win. But Germany are playing at home. And Germany is a well-oiled machine. So where I still think where Spain would have the advantage would be with the wingers and with the players that are attacking them on the attack. So they can get goals from their wings. They have young teenage children just running riot on the wings. And through the middle, they have the experience and the expertise. They can score goals from inside the 18-yard box with Morata. They can score goals from outside the 18-yard box with Rodri. There's just goals everywhere. So when you look at that, you say Spain has the advantage. But defensively too, Spain can be caught on the counter.
Mm.
So it's tricky. Look, what I can tell you in this match is that they will score goal. I cannot guarantee who.
Oh wow.
I will not put my I want to say Spain will win. But let me just say this: the surest bet is that they will score goals. That's all I can tell you.
Okay. Well, let us know your thoughts 0809 4440981. And let's go on to the next story. Now, France coach Didier Deschamps dismissed concerns over the form of key attackers Kylian Mbappe and Antoine Griezmann as he predicted a power struggle against Portugal for a place in the European Championship semi-finals.
Let him continue to dismiss. You have all those players and they're not putting the ball in the back of the net. There is a problem. Own goal, penalty. That's all France has scored. The brilliant one for them is that they have a solid defense. They've considered only one goal penalty. So if you look at the Portuguese, they've considered several goals. I think they've considered three or four goals. I think it's three. So against Georgia. On a midnight train. Yeah, they've considered 3 goals. So they've considered 3 goals, which means that their defense is a little more vulnerable. And so if it comes down to that, you'd say yes, France to make it two, but France are not scoring. So the vulnerable Portuguese defense is not even going to help them. And that's where the problem with the French side is. And Deschamps can make every excuse in the book for his players. The bottom line is you can't have Mbappe and Griezmann and Giroud and Thuram and Chouameni and Camavinga and Kante. You see all the names I'm mentioning. And Rabiot and all these people. And Dembele and Kingsley Coman. Do you understand? And you're not scoring goals. Did they swear for you? So he should start making this. The truth of the matter is they need to start scoring, and goals will help them in this match. Because if it goes to penalty is really a lottery. And if it goes down to penalties, it could become a little tougher for them. They need to find a way to start clicking and putting the ball in the back of the net. So tough one there. On defense, I'd say this one should go to France. But if it comes to a penalty shootout, anything can happen.
All right, now England defender John Stones says he is fit and ready to play in the Euro 2024 quarterfinal against Switzerland on Saturday. This is despite training in a bulky knee brace, adding that the late victory over Slovakia in the last 16 was a turning point.
I hear you. And it, there's some matches that could, prove to be a turning point for teams. Maybe when you're on the verge of going out, and then Jude Bellingham has to score an overhead kick in the dying minutes just to put you in there. It can really cause people to start asking themselves questions. Because even, Phil Foden was like, in training, Gareth Southgate always tells us to press. I'm like, huh? Which Gareth Southgate, that the players need to do more. So if the players are now taking it upon themselves, seeing it as their responsibility to get the result for their team, then it really could be a turning point for England. However, they're playing against the Switzerland side. Like I said, he that is down needs fear no fall. If Switzerland lose and go home, they're expected to lose and go home. If they win, it's an upset. So they're playing without the same pressure that the English are playing with. Now, the English have pressure from their fans. The English have pressure from themselves. The English have pressure from the media. Then the English have pressure from the world. Switzerland.
And the Black British have double.
And then the Black players have double pressure. The Switzerland players, they have no pressure. The only thing we expect of them, like I always say, cheese and chocolate. That's all we expect of them. So for them to get to the quarterfinal and play against England, and they're a bit more free flowing, they're well structured. So their midfield and the attack is a seamless transition. Again, they need to score more goals. If you ask me, they need to score more goals. And that's where I think England have the advantage, because you think about it, if push comes to shove, England has Jude Bellingham, he'll get them a goal. They have Harry Kane, he'll get them a goal. Even though Phil Foden has not really come to the party yet because of formation and team selection, they have him, he can still score goals. They have Bukayo Saka, he can still score goals. So when you look at the English side, they are goal scorers in the English side. And on Switzerland side, when you be looking for Mbolo, please now score one goal for us. Or Sabitzer, take a shot from outside the 18-yard box. So their options are few and far between, as compared to the English side, where they have goal scorers. I think in the English, the only people that can stop the English from going through to the semis are the English themselves. They have to deliver.
Let's move on to Netherlands. Defender Daley Blind has warned his teammates that they must be on guard against a Turkey side.
Before I go there, I have to mention, so we know that UEFA was looking into some gesture that Jude Bellingham, it was not a nice gesture.
It was obscene.
Look, but I say this, football is banter. Now there's crossing the line. I know you are just if you play, you will be trash talking. I'm telling you, just play football one day. Monkey post, so you'll be the way you'll be trash talking in the studio, people will not believe it's you. They'll be like, is this cultured Zibby? Yes, it's the one. She just played a little bit of fake football. So sports can bring that out in you. Now that was an obscene gesture, however. And some people said it was disrespectful. I was like, no, that's just trash talk. But they were looking into it, and I'm hearing that they're going to fine him. Now, there's also some reports that, on the other hand, there's a Turkey player, because they insisted that we call them Turkey now, player who made a gesture, and people are talking about banning him for 2 matches. It hasn't been confirmed.
Was it as what? Okay, you can't.
It wasn't obscene. It was this.
Like keep talking.
So you have to understand. It's not keep talking. It's a grey wolves. So it's a wolves insignia.
Okay.
It's a wolves insignia, but it's a nationalistic insignia. So yeah, exactly, and that's what people don't understand. Where Jude Bellingham's own was obscene of nature, his own was political of nature, and they are categorical about political. You understand? They are. If you use foul language, they can fine you.
Right.
If you make a foul gesture, they can fine you. But once it becomes political of nature, it's now regarded as insightful and likely to cause violence and all of that. So it comes to an automatic ban. So even if he's but you have to understand it to know it. Like most people just saw him making it. It didn't mean anything to anybody, but the Germans knew what it meant.
Wow. Wait, so Are these players not supposed to know that you can't do
But
this?
they did it. They did it. He did it on purpose. He's a Turkish guy playing in Germany. You know that they are.
Yep.
You know how you know the
Wow.
political situation, which is why the prime minister was flying into Germany to resolve a political issue. Then he will stay back and watch the match for the Dutch. So there's a political problem going on between two countries, and then you do that gesture.
Wow.
So as clean as his gesture looks, it's not UEFA being corrupt, it's the laws of the game. So his was more political in nature, which is why they are expecting a ban. Yeah. So I just wanted to correct that before we move to.
All right. We see the messages come in. Keep them coming. 0809 4440981. Ten Hag, well.
No, we're doing the Daily Blind story now.
Oh,
okay. So
okay.
Daily Blind had one about, yes, Turkey, because Turkey are kind of playing at home. Like I said, there are millions of Turkey. In fact, let me so there's some German players that have Turkish descent, like Mesut Ozil was one of them. Yeah, he was one of them. So there are a lot of German players that have Turkish descent. So again, which is why I'm saying talking about the political issue. So them playing that match in Germany is like Netherlands playing Turkey at home. As well, yeah, you might as well be playing them at home. So they'll be packed full in the stadium. And those that can't be in the stadium, trust me, every pub around the area, you will see a Turkish fan. So it will almost be like Turkey and the home team and the Dutch are playing away. So Daily Blind is just warning that because of the fans, because of the support and all, it's going to be a very hostile atmosphere. Not with violence wise, hopefully, but with the way the crowd will be supporting their team. So the Dutch shouldn't say, oh, we are a bit expressive and we create a lot of chances even if we don't score most of them. And therefore we are going to be able to beat the Turkey A team. No, that's not what's going to happen. You just have to put your best foot forward. And I like the fact that their coach is not particularly excited about them because it's like, how do we create all these chances? And you're missing the easiest of chances. So even when they won their last match, scoring 3 goals, he was like, yeah, but we could have scored 7. No, I like that because if you saw the chances they missed, like I said, I would score that thing. And yes, me, Onojiafe that cannot run for 20 minutes, 5 minutes. 20 minutes is long. I would score some of those chances, but they missed those chances and he had the problem with that. So this will be a tough match for them. Let's see how they perform when they face Turkey tomorrow.
All right. Well, Ten Hag has signed a new deal at Manchester United.
Oh, congratulations, Manchester United fans. No.
Congratulations or condolences.
Congratulations, Arsenal fans. Congratulations, Chelsea fans. Congratulations, Liverpool and Manchester
City fans.
Seems like your 3 points are guaranteed. But let's not. I don't want to disrespect him because the guy won a trophy last season, which is more than some teams can say for themselves. Those teams in London, they know themselves. So let's not disrespect him too much. Maybe they'd have a few buys coming in. I want to see how the transfer window really sells. Because if Manchester United are able to perform a little better in the transfer window, it may not be as bad as it looks. It may not be. But congratulations to Ten Hag and everybody who's involved. All right. On that note, let's take your messages. We see them coming. Let me take YouTube first. Wait.
Okay.
Let me take YouTube first. YouTube. Kolawole says, Tega, is AFCON now yearly or every 2 years? It's actually every 2 years, but COVID messed up a few things and we're trying to get back.
COVID messed up everything. Seriously.
No. But COVID actually made my life. It made me start working out. I never used to work out. And now I'm a healthy specimen.
COVID
did that one. All right. So but we're trying to get back to usual. All right, so take it away with WhatsApp messages.
Okay, let's see. AY from Oniru says, I have an agenda to push today, which is Messi deliberately missed that penalty to stand together in solidarity with his other professional colleague from Portugal. Such a considerate and humble guy.
You really try.
Taya says, perhaps France might need Pogba as native doctor. Tega, the Turkish guy in question, has been banned for 2 games.
Yeah, he's political.
Man United fans, congrats. Now your situation continues for another 2 seasons with option of 1 year. Arthur says, Tega is simply a great conversationalist. I tune in to listen to our talk sport, though I'm no sports enthusiast. Excellent day, guys. Aww. AGK says, The Englishmen that I see staying perhaps in the final is their referees, perhaps. But I would very much like Daniel Osato to ref the final as Italy has gone home. A cultured Zibby will remain cultured even in the face of trash talking from opponents. Zibby, you they play monkey post. I beg, I will join your team. It is sure that there's something to eat at the end of the day. You know this AGK. Pay yourself, go
I'm
join.
still waiting for my breakfast she promised me 2 years ago.
Tega, you won't even let me
I
just have
cannot
a
move.
moment. Okay. Cruz says, Manu Bonanza to be continued. Yinka from VI says, England always hypes themselves as the best, but media does not guarantee winning. Preach. Gentle says, Tega, I was so pen Messi missed that penalty kick, but thank God they scaled through.
Yeah,
Like his big
yeah.
brother.
I'm telling you, really like it's actually a for both of them. All right, so then we go to thank you for sending me messages. Thank you for watching us on YouTube. And hopefully we'll sort out every situation before Monday. Thank you for tuning into Smooth 98.1 FM and listening to the locker room. Till we come your way again on Monday. Bye for now. Hola, hola, hola. Oh, yeah.